Wow. I ain't see you just tripping, though. God bless y'all. I want to take time to just thank Reverend Reva and the staff here at Community Christ Church, all the people that's here, all the people that came here to support me. Amen. My name is Curtis Witherspoon. I'm an alcoholic. And I'm a drug addict. And I'm all out with a couple other things too. But I'm not here to just talk about drugs and alcohol. I do got a sobriety date of December 26, 2020. I consider that year. I'm just a bozo on the bus. Trying to fight. Trying to trace this journey called recovery. Great day to be in recovery, though, ain't it? Great day to be with God, right? Great day to be with God. I can't hear. Great day to be with God. I went to my first AA meeting, and I followed a fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous, 12-step program. And there's nothing wrong with the other fellowship, but that's the fellowship that attracted me, because alcohol was my problem. Well, I won't say that. My thinking was my problem. The alcohol I just used to just numb. I stub my toe, best to go get me a bottle. If it was Monday, best to go get me some beer. If it was Friday, hey, I was doing it big that day, hit it, see it go. Let's go. And then on Monday, I'm back to Wild Irish Road. So the struggle was real, and we all know about that struggle. We all here because about that struggle. You know, I just am so grateful to be here, so grateful and honored to be a part of this solution, to be a part of this side of the tracks. For so many years, I was on that other side of the tracks. And I was thinking before I got here, I was going to have this long dissertation of what I was going to say. And, you know, I was going to have my suit on and my Dexter Wiggley's on and all that. No, that ain't what it's about. It's cleaning up on the inside. That's right. That's what I'm about. Not cleaning up on the outside, wearing my Dexter Wiggley's shoes. A guy knows. Shoes and my suit. But we're here to talk about recovery. Real talk Wednesday. We're here to talk about how we can help those people still struggling. Because I'm still struggling. You know, I still have days. 4.5 years, or however many, the days I got, I still struggle every day. But I got God that I call on a daily. See, I surrender. That's the difference from when I first came into the rooms to now. You know, I lost that battle to win the war. You know, I surrendered to a higher power that I call God. When they were singing that song, you had to feel the power of a higher power soaring through you. Even if you wasn't getting up and clapping, you felt those goosebumps. You had to. Amen. It's too powerful. God, Jesus Christ, is too powerful. And at the beginning of my journey, I was like, I don't know about God. I did those bargain prayers. God, get me out this jackpot. I'll never do it again. Lord, let me find my wallet. I'll never get that, or who is this lady next to me? All those. But see, I can't undermine those prayers, because those prayers was a prayer coming from a dying soul. And God heard them prayers, because I'm here today. It's hard to meditate with a toothache. So when I got that tooth, I said, God, please help. So it's different levels of prayer. I can compare my addiction to being in a cave. Being in a dark, lonely, dingy, black cave. And I had loved ones outside of that cave, right? And they were outside that cave. They said, Curtis, come on out. There's freedom out here. You don't got to live like that anymore. But I couldn't find my way. In this lonely, dark cave that I called addiction, and it was a point there where I thought I was being a part of society. It was a point to where I used to look up to my uncles. And my pops wasn't there, but he got his own story. I can't blame him because I'm an alcoholic. I can't blame him because when I pick one up, I can't stop. I can't blame the abuse that I had as a kid. I can't blame that. Well, I can, and I did for a long time. But I ain't got to live like that anymore. And y'all don't either. You know, but in this dark cave, as I'm walking around aimlessly, selfish, self-centered, oh, woe is me. I got abused as a kid. I grew up with a single-parent family. Nobody loved me. In this dark cave, right? It was a man, and I know he don't mind me using his name. His name is Bill Barber. He came in that cave because he had recently been in a similar cave. He was able to come into my cave and pull me out. And that's what I do now. I go in caves, the deepest, darkest, dingiest caves, and I be an outlet for a man or a woman. Mostly men, because I can relate. I can relate to the cleaning of the wreckage of the past. I can relate to the child support taking all your checks, but you still gotta work. I can relate to being on the outside looking in, 2 in to be out, 2 out to be in at month 3, early in recovery, like screw this. I'm getting back on the bag. See, my addiction is cunning, baffling, and powerful, but it's patient. Once I got out of that cave, and every now and then I hop back in there. I ride by that cave every now and again, and I look in there to see. I'm just a bozo on the bus, trying to make it, doing the best I can, praising God every morning. I surrender to a higher power that I call God. And as they were singing that song, as a beautiful singing, y'all had me all wound up. I was ready to go. Fired up. I'm still fired up. I'm trying to calm down. Trying not to cuss. Trying not to, you know what? I don't got to live like that no more. I was in Vegas this past weekend. And probably never go back again. My good brother Dad was there. I talked to him before I left. He said, I don't know. But yeah, I probably wanted, it was all good. I hit that first 50 cent. And I was big time. The ting-a-ling-a-ling, and they had the bar set up, and they had mirrors behind the bar, and you could see liquor miles away. Las Vegas, Nevada. I'll never go back there again. I lost sight, but I did make it to a meeting while I was out there. And the meeting was called Home Group. Welcome Home Group. And I introduced myself. I said, I'm from Akron, Curtisville. I'm from Akron, Ohio. Oh, wow, Akron, Ohio. I said, no, don't get too pumped up on it. It ain't all that now, just from Akron, but it's a blessing because there's a lot of pain out there. It's a lot of misery out there. People go out there to think, and I went in that casino, the Bellagio, and it was all pretty and lights and lit up. I'm like, I'm about to hit 50 cent, ting-a-ling-a-ling. And that's the last time I hit. But you have to have spiritual fitness in it. And while I was out there, I was thinking to myself, man, this is very challenging. And I don't think I would have been able to do this trip if I didn't have that spiritual fitness. So if you're new to this program, you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. But you got to work at it. Yeah. At month 3, I wouldn't have went to no Las Vegas. Well, first of all, I wouldn't have had no money to go to Las Vegas. But it's a blessing to be able to go there, go to a meeting, and be around people like me. And those people was just like us. Broke. Just like us, but they have the same concept of trying to tread this journey called recovery. It don't matter if you're black, it don't matter if you're white, it don't matter if you're old, it don't matter if you're young, don't matter female, male, don't matter what nationality, what culture, what you believe in. The only requirement is the requirement is not be high or drunk. And that's what I fight for. And I fight for that with an army of men and women that God put in my life. A lot of them are here. Some of them are here. And they're able to say, we can trace this journey together. I'm no longer in this fight by myself. Now at month 1, I couldn't dig it. Month 2, it started getting a little, it started to shake up a little bit. And, and that's how it has been throughout my recovery journey, before I surrendered. Before I surrendered, I will make it a month, I will make it 2 months, I will make it 3 months. Something will get in my way, I'll get in the jackpot, and I'll say the best thing for me to do is go get me some liquor. I had no spiritual fitness at all. I had no connection with the higher power other than those bargain prayers. But now I can live a different way. I don't got to live like that anymore. I can live with the higher power, and I can be by myself in Las Vegas, which I'll never go. Get on this tight ass little plane, and I'm get on this tight plane, and it was very uncomfortable trip. But I made it. I made it. Y'all make it. We make it. See, coming baffling powerful is what they say in the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous. But what they don't say is patient. I have to be more patient than my disease. I have to put God ahead of everything. It's God, then recovery, then me. People ask me, what do you do for a living? Recovery. If I lose sight of recovery, if I put God second, and that's what I was doing out there. I wasn't praying in the morning. I was looking at them bottles up all night, playing that slot machine, trying to get my 50 cent come up back, I think I won $80 the first day, and that was it. And they said that the casino always wins, and they right. And that's just like my disease of addiction. If I feed it, it's gonna win. With my addiction, it'd be like I would get in this ring with the champ every time, and he would kick my butt every time. And then I would wake up in the morning, and I'd say, I ain't getting in that ring, but I'll end up in that ring getting beat up every time. And then as I'm crawling to the ring to fight the champ again, to get beat up again, Alcoholics Anonymous tapped me on the shoulder and said, don't get in the ring. Don't get in the ring with the gorilla if you don't want to get beat up. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired of getting beat up by the gorilla. And for years, I went to my first AA meeting when I was in 98. I was a sophomore in college, got my first DUI. And they sent us to a 3-day deal. And at the hotel. I'm at Kent State, Kent State. But I graduated, and I love Kent State, but I can't be knocking them. But we partied. And I didn't take it serious, but I got a seed planted when I went to that meeting when I was 18. I wasn't serious about it, but I got that seed planted, and I seen that it was possible to live without getting drunk. You see, I had all my life, all I seen was my family members get drunk, get high. That was what my muscle memory was built on. When it was a funeral, they was drinking. When it was a birthday, they was getting high. When it was Wednesday, they was getting bottles of liquor. It didn't matter. So I had to retrain my muscle memory to a better way of thinking. So how did I do that? I started going to the meetings, going to church, fellowshipping. And it was tough. It's tough scratching that scab. I like drinking. I used to like getting high. Until it wasn't fun anymore. Until I started being dependent. And I go back and I think about those withdrawals when I was at IDH, when I was at ABM, the detox. And I use that as a tool now. I think about how the pain that I felt withdrawal from alcohol, from fentanyl, from cocaine, from heroin, from anything I could get my hands on. Ice, pills, I thought I was dealing with something up, the physical aspect. I thought I had a clinical depression. You see, I didn't have clinical depression. I had spiritual depression. And I couldn't get healed by the Zoloft or the Xanax that they were trying to prescribe me to deal with this clinical depression. But once I gave my power to a higher power, who I call God, I don't have that depression no more. No matter what, my buddy got a shirt on say, no matter what, I'm a part of that club as well. No matter what today, my old lady can have my stuff burnt out outside, bleached and everything. Pair of my new Jordans and all. I ain't going to pick up. Or before it wasn't like that. I found reasons to get drunk. I found reasons to get high. We all have. And if you knew, you're thinking about it probably right now. How can I go get high? Nobody knows. You ain't got to live like that no more. It just takes the consistent basis of doing the next best thing. You trust God, you clean house, and you help somebody. That's what I do on a daily basis. I trust God, I clean house, and I help somebody on a daily basis. That's what I do. And once I got that, life came a little bit easier. I'm able to go to Vegas and lose $300-400 after winning 50 cents. That thing said, I'm playing the penny slot, Oh well, I'll never go back there again. I ain't never going back there again.
I was wondering when I saw your post. I was like, what you doing in Vegas?
I was getting my hind parts back here. But I made it harder than what it was supposed to be at the beginning. I couldn't get it. I didn't want to get it. I wanted to find a reason to get back out there. I wanted to find an excuse to say, I don't want to go to that meeting. So I sat in the back and I started being judgmental. Look at that guy. Oh, look at that smile over there. Oh, what is he doing? No, but now I eat the meat and I spit out the bones. When I go to those meetings, I eat the meat and I spit out the bones because now I trust God, I clean house, and I help somebody. I'll explain that to you. See, I trust God. I know that anything that I'm going through today, I can get through it because I got faith. I had to change my perspective. See, there was a point in my time in my life where, oh, woe is me. Oh, I got all the problems. Oh, man. I stubbed my toe trying to get some wild Irish rolls. I have a bad day. See, I don't got bad days anymore. I might have some bad moments because every day ain't rainbows and Care Bears. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get this twisted. Every day ain't all skippity-doo-dah and pink clouds and all rainbows and teal and just like that. No, it's rough. It's rough. It's really rough when I ain't got my best friend called Jack Daniels no more to go tap on. Yeah. It's really rough sometimes when I can't call the dope man and get in front of that. I ain't got to live like that. Ain't that? We ain't got to live like that. We ain't got to live like that. Because we got a power that we want God that is doing for us what we cannot do for ourselves. When Reverend Reba asked me to come talk, I was so taken back, like, what am I going to talk about? I'll let God take over. I talk to people and stuff, I just black out. This is the closest thing to a blackout that I'm going to get, because if you ask me what I said later, I'm going to say, I don't know. You should have watched the live. They said you're going to be a wife. I said, what is that? But it's just an honor to be able to tell what I do on a daily. Because like I said, it is not easy. I gave up my best friend Jack Daniels and vodka, and I had to get some spiritual fitness. I had to get some sort of something to fill that hole that was left when I quit getting high and when I quit drinking. Like I said, I thought I was dealing with clinical depression. So when I went to the doctor, they gave me the Zoloft, and they gave me all the clinical depression medicine, but it didn't work. I still felt the need to go to see what the dope man was doing. I still felt the need to go to the liquor store. And I'll say, I'm just going to get a half a pint this time. Just this time. I'm only going to get a 20. Because I'm trying to stop. It was even the point where I said, I'm just going to get old dudes. That ain't working at all. That don't work. If you drink 12 of them, you're going to get a buzz. I ain't going to lie to you. But you know what, it's a point in my life right now to where I got peace. It was early in recovery, I wanted joy. I wanted all of it back. I wanted the money back. I wanted the car back. I wanted the license back. I wanted everything that brings me joy. I wanted it back. And then somebody step on your shoes and then you're mad. You know, that's the joy. Or you get a new car now, a couple weeks later, you don't like it no more. But now I got peace. See, that peace comes when I don't have to have any of the material things in life. Peace comes when I can look myself in the mirror and smile. Peace comes after having a rough moment throughout the day. I can look back and say, God, I know you were testing me. See, I prayed for patience. I prayed for my character defects to be lifted. You know, God ain't going to just take them away. He gives me the strength to when I can exercise the patience. You know, because every day ain't rainbows and carebears. You know, people dying. I got family members that's strung out now. My brother and sister, you can keep them in your prayers. You know, doing the same thing that I was doing. And when I was doing it with them, I thought it was fun. I thought I was cool. Put a line down. Let's go get a bottle. But to see them, young souls, not having a direction. See, I got a direction now. Because I prayed. See, as I said before, I surrendered. You know, this war that we call addiction, you know, each day was like that battle, you know, should I or should I not? Why this, why not? I quit asking the why, and I just accepted it. So when I changed that perspective, you know, no matter if I go through a tough day, which I don't have tough days no more. At the end of the day, it's a good day. As long as I don't pick up. I don't care what's going on throughout that day, as long as I don't pick up, as long as you don't pick up, that's a great doggone day. Yes. You've been through too much pain. Too much pain. You know? See, they say practice makes what?
Progress.
Practice makes what?
Progress.
You got to exudate that. You can always do better than your best. You can always go beyond anything you ever thought of. You'll never hit a state of perfection. Progress makes improvement. Yes. Progress makes improvement. See, I improve progress. I improve every day. I do the same thing every day. And I grow and I do that muscle memory to where now I make the next best decisions, no matter what. So I clean house. And I ain't just talking about taking the trash out. When I get into a jackpot, I do something wrong, I'm the first to admit it. And that took practice. Because I never wanted to admit that I was wrong. It was always your fault. You know, I got a DUI, it was her fault because she shouldn't have let me leave. But I gave the keys out of her hand. You know, it was my mom's fault, my dad's fault, my kids' fault. But I clean house now. I clean my own side of the street before I can start talking about anybody else's side of the street. Trust God, clean house, and then I help somebody. I take myself out of myself to help that cave dweller, to pull him out of the cave. It took a while for me, but I got it. I'm out of that dang old cave now. I'm able to go in these caves and find men and women that might be suffering. I could be a lighthouse for somebody. I could be a person that somebody can talk to. If I can do it, yeah, it can be done. It's possible.
Right.
I thought it was impossible. See, in AA, we follow the 12 steps, and in the 12 steps are just words on paper until you can get around somebody who actually worked those steps, and you can see how their life has changed. It's like Reverend Reed, you can see how her life has changed because she claimed a higher power than herself. God. God has brought me out of the tombs of destruction. Brought me out of darkness. But I'm not going to lie, every day is not rainbows and fairy. But I can deal with it. I can deal with life now. I can deal with things that I couldn't deal with before. And so can you. But it takes practice. It takes work. Faith without works is what?
Dead.
Faith without works is what?
Dead.
You got to work. Sitting around playing Nintendo, complaining about what you ain't got, all this old corny stuff, that ain't going to get you where you got to go. You got to get out here and work. You got to help somebody. David, you got to help somebody. And not want nothing in return. That's the key there, see. I used to help people, but see, I need something. Hey, I got to have some money. I'll help you, but I need something in return. See, now I can help. And not even brag about it. Not even brag about it. And it's so rewarding. It's better than any drug. I got 5 sponsees, and they all doing really well. Really well. You see, because I couldn't make them drink. I took them to the water. I can't make them drink. There you go. But I can make them thirsty. See? And how I make them thirsty is by me doing the next best thing. Now I got them at the water, and they drinking like the dickens. I mean, they drinking. Now they got sponsors. And it's a tutelage now. Helping somebody. Not helping because I want something. Not helping because I think I can get out of return. Not helping because I want to do a 13th step or something like that. Helping because I genuinely want to help somebody who is going through the same thing that I went through. And that's what it's about. If I can continue to do that on a daily basis, I got a shot at not getting in that ring with the champ. Crawling to the ring to fight the champ, get my butt kicked every time. Well, I'll try it this way. I'll try it this way. I'll wear it this way. I'll do it this way. No. Don't get in the ring. If you don't get in the ring, you don't got to worry about getting your hind parts kicked. Reverend Reaver, I'm trying so hard not to cuss. They didn't give me a whole lot of time to talk, y'all, but I want to tell y'all that without a higher power, who I call God, and it took me a while to get there. You know, it took me a while to get there because the church that I went to as a kid, you know, I was found. They tried to get me, you know, and was getting. And there was a point to where I started liking the get. So I had a real bad taste in my mouth about the church. I lost that battle. I didn't even know how. Only time I wanted to pray was those jackpot prayers. You know, those bargain prayers. Get me out. But I surrendered to this God that I call Jesus, and it's given me in a place to where I could not explain to anyone other than someone who's walked the same journey, who has called the same Father, God. And now they ain't living like that no more. It's possible, y'all. It's possible. Yes, it is. But it ain't possible if you ain't willing to work. You want to sit in the back, play Fortnite, whatever that's called? That's all But if you can continue to trust God, if you can continue to clean house and help somebody, you got a shot. And before I leave, I want to thank you, brother. I want to thank you. I want to thank you. The staff here, a lot of y'all my friends. I want to thank my friends who came to support me. It's a beautiful day. Trust God, clean house, and help somebody.